China recently brought in a big piece of its technology to Saudi Arabia, more like 453 kilometers of it. The Haramain High-Speed Rail project, which was built by a consortium that included the China Railway Construction Corporation (CRCC). The Jeddah-Mecca-Medina railway line is the fastest in the area, reaching. Along with improving efficiency, it will enable the kingdom to accommodate more pilgrims in Medina and Mecca, as well as in the King Abdullah Economic City and King Abdulaziz International Airport in Jeddah. As more nations increase their spending on building new or improving existing rail infrastructure, Chinese companies are leading the way across the wider Middle East region. Chinese corporations have started building railroads in Turkey, Iran, Israel, Egypt, Ethiopia, and Djibouti, in addition to the networks in Saudi Arabia. This year, the Middle East and North Africa are expected to win rail contracts totaling $16 billion. The cost of the longer-term pipeline projects may exceed $200 billion. It makes sense that Chinese businesses would want to take advantage of the opportunities. Experts have dubbed China's effort to build railways throughout the region railway diplomacy. This initiative, known as the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, aims to link Asia, Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. In this video, we take a look at some of the railway construction projects that Chinese engineers have recently undertaken in the hot Arabian desert. Make sure you watch until the end. We've saved the most interesting thing about these mega projects for the end of the video. The recently finished annual Hajj trip, which attracted over 2 million visitors this year, showed once again how successful the Mecca Light Railway, another railway also constructed and run by a Chinese company, is. During the 5 days of Hajj, from August 19 to August 24, the elevated light rail, also known as the Mecca Metro, transported millions of pilgrims between holy sites. Many noted the immense convenience the railway network had added to the whole experience. This is a revolution. In one of the oldest towns in the Arab world and one of the holiest cities to Islam, there is a great example of contemporary transportation, said a Pakistani pilgrim who was making her first trip to Mecca. She praised the project and stated, "The rail network has made commuting between the city's different areas of attraction during the Hajj extremely convenient." China is renowned for constructing remarkable connectivity and infrastructure projects. It is not surprising that they did such a great job of constructing and running the Mecca Metro, said an Egyptian pilgrim who also used the services. It is anticipated that 2.5 million journeys on the light rail system were safely run during the Hajj season. In 2009, the CRCC was awarded the contract to erect the 9 stations and an 18-kilometer light rail network. The Chinese business ran over 15 million journeys on the rail line between 2010 and 2014, after completing the $1.8 billion project in 16 months. The operations were handed over to the Saudi government in 2015, but the CRCC signed into a new operating contract in April of this year for 350 million Saudi riyals, the dollar equivalent of 93 million. The light rail, which connects the 3 main Hajj locations, is the first railway constructed in the Middle East by a Chinese business and is intended to reduce traffic congestion on the roads during the Hajj. The first of 2 train connections aimed at reducing pilgrim traffic is the Mecca Metro project. The considerably larger Haramain High-Speed Rail project is planned to open in September and will connect Medina and Mecca, the 2 holiest cities in Islam. It is being built at a cost of 60 billion Saudi riyals, or $16 billion. 2 Chinese firms, CRCC and China South Locomotive and Rolling Stock, CSLRS, are a part of various consortiums working on the project. The building process began in March 2009. The 450-kilometer electric railway's 35 trains can accommodate 60 million passengers annually, including several Hajj and Umrah pilgrims. The express train is anticipated to reduce travels of Mecca and Medina to under 2 hours, as opposed to 6 hours by bus, by operating at a speed of 300 kilometers per hour. The Haramain Express trains, which are being tested since the end of 2017, are intended to travel at speeds of up to 360 kilometers per hour. This is one of the greatest public transportation projects in the world and the largest transportation project in the Middle East. We still have a lot of information to share with you about China's light rail construction projects across the Middle East and North Africa. If you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to like it and subscribe to our channel for more content. Growth in the region's railway infrastructure is being fueled by factors such as increasing populations, expanding economies, the pressing need to connect crowded cities, and the rapid development of the non-oil sector. In the Gulf states alone, there are projects worth up to $240 billion planned, with $69 billion worth of projects already being built, with Saudi Arabia and the UAE at the forefront. The Mecca Metro Pink Line light rail project, which also reduced traffic during the annual pilgrimage season, was developed by the China Railways Construction Corporation. Therefore, the $16 billion Haramain high-speed rail was not the first Chinese investment in Saudi Arabia. The three primary Hajj areas of Mina, Muzdalifah, and Arafat are connected by the 18.3-kilometer railway in Mecca, which went into operation in 2011. The contract cost for its 9 stations and depot is around $1.8 billion. For the first time, Chinese businesses used the design, procurement, and operation maintenance form of construction of railway projects when the project was granted to China Railway Construction as an engineering, procurement and construction (EPC) contract. China is also driving the development of railways in other Middle Eastern nations. In 2017, Egypt and China's AVIC International and China Railway Group agreed to a $1.3 billion light rail project. China's AVIC International and China Railway Group will create a 66-kilometer network with 11 stations, on which trains would run at speeds of up to 120 kilometers per hour to Cairo's neighboring neighborhoods, as per the deal struck with Egypt's National Authority for Tunnels, (NAT). In 2005, a bid to construct the railway line connecting Ankara and Istanbul was also won by the China Railway Construction and the China National Machinery Import and Export Corporation. The route from Ankara to Sincan was finished earlier in 2018, while the first section of the connection between Polatli and Eskişehir was finished in 2009. As part of its comprehensive Belt and Road Initiative, China is also engaging in numerous projects in Iran, Pakistan, Europe, Central Asia, and Africa, in addition to the Middle East. The larger area, which spans 3 continents, is gradually becoming more integrated, connecting people and places, and bringing in new economic prospects. The expertise of China is increasingly being used by governments in the West Asian region to build and maintain their rapidly expanding rail networks. Chinese quick progress in expanding the nation's rail capacity over the previous 10 years was a factor in Saudi Arabia's choice to leave the crucial project to them. China's medium and long-term railway network plan, which was first carried out by Beijing to develop the country's railway infrastructure system in 2008, estimates that by 2020, the total mileage of China's over 250 km/h railway lines, or high-speed rail lines, will reach 30,000 kilometers and link all provincial capital cities and metropolises with a population of over 500,000 people. China had a working rail network of 121,000 kilometers by 2015, with 19,000 of those being high-speed rail. The new plan states that China's railway network would have 150,000 kilometers by 2020, of which 30,000 kilometers will be high-speed. The opening of the Beijing-Tianjin Intercity Railway in 2008, the Wuhan-Guangzhou High-Speed Railway in 2009, and the Beijing-Shanghai High-Speed Railway in 2011, respectively, highlighted China's prowess in rail infrastructure. The opening of these lines was a powerful demonstration of China's ability of building, operating and maintaining the entire high-speed rail line, and this capability was maturing ceaselessly. It is not surprising that many Middle Eastern countries are now using Chinese expertise to establish their own rail lines in key cities and connecting business and commercial areas, given China's history and expertise in creating railway infrastructure. That wraps up this video. What other kinds of Chinese construction projects would you like to see? Bridge constructions or futuristic city constructions? Let us know in the comments. And if you learned something new in this video,